Hello, my beautiful sponges. We are jumping into 2 Samuel 8. Tonight we are going over all of those military victories of David, or at least some of those early on. After this, David defeated and subdued the Philistines by conquering Gath, their largest town. David also conquered the land of Moab. He made the people lie down on the ground in a row, and he measured them off in groups with lengths of rope. He measured off 2 groups to be executed, for every one group to be spared. The Moabites who were spared became David's subjects and paid him tribute money. David also destroyed the forces of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah, when Hadadezer marched out to strengthen his control along the Euphrates River. David captured 1,000 chariots, 7,000 charioteers, and 20,000 foot soldiers. He crippled all the chariot horses except enough for 100 chariots. When the Arameans from Damascus arrived to help King Hadadezer, David killed 22,000 of them. Then he placed several army garrisons in Damascus and the Aramean capital, and the Arameans became David's subjects and paid him tribute money. So the Lord made David victorious wherever he went. David brought the gold shields of Hadadezer's officers to Jerusalem, along with a large amount of broads from Hadadezer's towns in Tebah and Berothai. When King Toi of Hamath heard that David had destroyed the entire army of Hadadezer, he sent his son Joram to congratulate King David for his successful campaign. Hadadezer and Toi had been enemies and were often at war. Joram presented David with many gifts of silver, gold, and bronze. King David dedicated all of these gifts to the Lord, as he did with the silver and gold from the other nations he had defeated, from Edom, Moab, Ammon, Philistia, and Amalek, and from Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. So David became even more famous when he returned from destroying 18,000 Edomites in the Valley of Salt. He placed army garrisons throughout Edom, and the Edomites became David's subjects. In fact, the Lord made David victorious wherever he went. So David reigned over all of Israel and did what was just and right for all of his people. Joab, son of Zeruiah, was commander of the army. Jehoshaphat, son of Ahulid, was the royal historian. Zadok, son of we're so close. Ahitub and Ahimelech, son of Abithar, were the priests. Sariah was the court secretary. Benaniah, son of Jehoiada, was captain of the king's bodyguard. And David's sons served as priestly leaders. Y'all, I was so proud of myself up there around verse 13. And then 15 did me in. And that's how it goes sometimes. Look, I've said before, and I'll say it again, I'm looking forward to like 3 or 4 years from now, looking back at some of these videos and listening to some of these recordings and hearing how I've grown, because at some point I will know how to pronounce these, but we all have to start walking slowly. So if you are reading your own Bible or you're listening to me struggle with this, know that you're not alone. Some of these names are difficult, but the point is, look at how faithful the Lord is to David because of David's heart. Now, that doesn't mean everything David does is correct. It doesn't mean that everything David gets comes easily. But man, the Lord blessed him, and that's the point. And this is why we read scripture, and this is why we go through the hard names. So be encouraged. We're going to get there together. And as always, I hope you are having a wonderful, whatever the time of day you're having. Tomorrow, tune in as we jump into our next chapter, 2 Samuel chapter 9, David's kindness to Mephibosheth. Have fun with that, and have a wonderful whatever the time of day you are having, my beautiful, beautiful sponge.